The way I organize my phone is very complex because I'm a man who does a lot of different approaches. I use a lot of dating apps. I meet a lot of women. So I need a way of filing them in a way that I don't lose track. I first developed the system some years ago. What happened was I had approached a beautiful girl. I got her number and I was messaging her very hard on WhatsApp for a day or two. I was then messaging too many other girls, too many other people, and I lost track of her. 9 days later, she hit me with a message. I guess you don't really want to meet up then. No matter how I tried to explain my way out of it and say, baby, it's okay, let's still go out. She said, you've been on WhatsApp for 9 days, online every day, and you haven't written me once. You're obviously a player. I'm tired of guys like you. And I never met her again. The way I organize my phone is based on 3 different elements. 1, the priority of the girl in question, how important she is to me. Now this is either based on looks or her commitment level to you. Your main chick and your girlfriends, for example, are more important than the girls you'll call late night after the club. The second element is the name. Now the name isn't just what their name is. For example, here in Romania, Andrea is a very popular name. My phone has 7 Andreas in it, so you need a way of knowing which Andrea is which. The third is the location. It's good to know where the girls in your phone are located. For example, if you go to a city once every 6 months or once every 3 months, it's good to know who you have in that city that you could potentially meet up with. If I were to store a contact in my phone, this is how it's done. First, a number between 1 and 3. The number between 1 and 3 is the girl's priority. For example, when I wake up every morning, I press 1 in my phone book, and all the girls that appear with the number 1 next to their name are the ones I message first thing. The, hey baby, had a dream about you last night. I hope to see you real soon. Now these are your main chicks, your girlfriends, the girls that you really love banging and you see 3 or 4 times a week. These are your 1s. Your 2s are the girls that you care about, but not as much as your number 1s. The girls who think you're busier than you are, but you see once every 10 days, every 2 weeks. There's something about her you really appreciate and you really like, but she's never going to be a main chick. When a 2 sends you a message, you reply to a 2 immediately, but you don't necessarily have to message her every morning when you wake up. You have to take care of your 2s because you don't want to lose them, because they matter to you somewhat, but you don't have to maintain them constantly like you do with your most important girls. Your 3s are the kind of girls that you call after a night out. It's 5 o'clock, you're in the club, you're bored, that's when you message your 3s. If they message you at a time like that, reply. But a 3 is not so important that when she messages you, she can instantly demand your time. You manage your 3s on your own terms. When you get bored and you're sitting on your phone for 3 hours waiting at the airport, message your 1s, 2s, and 3s. Keep all your girls entertained, keep all of them interested. Now this priority system would have stopped me from making the mistake that I made with that girl. I would have saved her as a 1 because she was stunningly hot. I was actively pursuing her and trying to bang her. So for those 9 days that I ignored her, she would have got a good morning message every single morning. Saving a girl's name is very important to do correctly. And there are many girls who have the same name. If you do a lot of approaches and you're trying to meet lots of different women, you're going to encounter some girls that you don't even remember meeting, especially when you're out in clubs drunk. So when you save their contact details, make it as clear as you like. What I like to do is her name followed by her Instagram handle, so I can always check how hot she is and follow up on how good she looks to make sure that my eyes weren't deceiving me after 20 bottles of vodka. The girl's name is Andrea, for example, her Instagram tag, or Andrea the blonde I met in this club. That's the way to save your girls' names. That way you can't make a mistake and you can't do what I've done, Christian has done, and Andrew have done many times before, which is confuse a girl for somebody else. You instantly lose them. The third most important thing to put when you're saving a contact in your phone is the city name. Now this takes a very long time for it to actually become useful. But as you slowly build up your contacts list as a man who travels and does approaches worldwide like me, you slowly accumulate a list of girls in various cities. So if there are cities you visit once every 6 months or once every 3 months, me, Marbella, for example, I can go to Marbella, type Marbella into my phone book, and the 6 or 7 numbers I have in Marbella will appear. You can then hit that girl with a, "Hey babe, just came to Marbella, you're the first person I thought of." She'll reply, "Oh my god, I didn't know you still remembered me." Doesn't matter if you remembered her. You know she lives in Marbella because the contact is saved as Marbella. So to recap, every time you save a girl's number in your phone, if I'm in New York City and I approach a beautiful brunette named Samantha, she's not that good looking, but I definitely want to see her if I'm there, I'd save her as 3 Samantha, her Instagram handle, and New York City. When I'm in New York 6 months down the line and I type New York City, I can see Samantha's number is there. If Samantha was a 10 out of 10, gorgeous girl who lived here in my city of Bucharest, I'd save her as 1 Samantha, Bucharest. That way, every day when I wake up, I type number 1 in my phone, Samantha appears along with my other priority girls, the girls I have, the girls I badly want, and she gets messaged every single day. There's no chance I'd forget her. Disclaimer, the 1, 2, and 3, depending on the operating system of your phone, you have to be careful. With my phone, the Tonino Lamborghini, typing the number 1 comes up with my contacts that start with 1. I do realize that with some phones, if you press 1, it will start to dial a number 1 or show every number with a 1 in it, in which case you simply save it as ONE. Phonetically spell the number 1, 2, and 3, but it is the same system. Whether you're new to the game of approaching and dating multiple women, or it's something you already do, I hope you find this system useful. Thanks for listening.